Arsenal knew Newcastle to advantage Newcastle. What happened to Arsenal now? So without Saka, you guys cannot score. Too bad. Or without your corner kicks, you guys cannot score.
I mean, Wakona FC, I'm not even going to deny that one. But you can see against Crystal Palace, when Saka went off, that was the game that he got injured. He scored five after the left. So it's not like he can't score without Saka. Like against Brighton, we were kind of blunt attacking wise. We couldn't really create anything. Today, that was not the case. We just couldn't finish. We were, I don't want to use the word unlucky, but in some cases, we were like Newcastle had to clear the ball from their line about three times. So I don't know any other word to use but unlucky in that situation. And they just showed the attack wins you football because they have a better midfield, they have a better defense, but they have the most informed striker right now in the Premier League. And
Yeah, Alexander Isak.
he punished us today. So that's just it. Like, and that's why Liverpool are they're so good. Of course, they have a good defense, they have a good midfield, but their attack is absolutely elite. So that wins you games. Even when you don't play well, one or two people can step up and do something. But the only person we had in our team that could take the game like by the scruff of the neck and change it was Saka, and he's out. So yeah, like
Okay, do you see?
I noticed.
Do you feel that Arsenal can do something at what's the name of their stadium? Well, let me say at Newcastle's ground. Do you feel that Arsenal can do something, can turn things around?
Okay.
Because as it stands, it's advantage Newcastle. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think so.
So you're out.
Personally, I very much so, very much so.
Okay.
Well, thing is, in football, you never know. But personally, I don't see us scoring two goals at St. James's Park. It can happen. It can happen. Like we are good enough to do so. But have we shown that in recent weeks? Have we shown that without Saka? And of course, they're going to try and sit back and catch us on the counter. And we did it quite well today, honestly. And they're going to try and do it again. Have we proven that we can break down low blocks? Have we proven that we can find a goal when things are not going our way without Saka? No. So if you ask me right now, I will tell you it's game over. But hope
so it's very obvious now that Odegaard is not the most important player at Arsenal. It's Saka.
I'm not.
That's what I'm trying to say. That it's obvious now that Saka is the most important player at Arsenal, not Saka is the most important player at Arsenal, not Odegaard.
Yes, and I would say before the Saka injury, I was leaning towards Odegaard because he's our captain, and if you can see, like when he plays well, everybody around him plays well. There's some games where only Saka has a good game, and we win or we draw or whatever. When Odegaard is having a good game, he brings everybody into the game. So in terms of affecting those around you, I would say Odegaard is still a better footballer, but then our attack without Saka is not pretty. So yeah, my opinion has changed in that regard.
What do you think Arteta needs to do now? What do you think that Arteta needs to do now to change things?
Okay, first of all, I would say we don't progress the ball fast enough. And I don't feel like it's our players individually that are, choosing to slow down the pace of play. Like look at Declan Rice. He came from West Ham, a team that usually played, with less of the ball. So they had to catch teams on the counter. Declan Rice has always been the person that progresses the ball quickly, either through his drives or through long passes. But as he has come here now, he's not playing those long passes and he's still driving the ball, but it's more controlled. Everything at Arteta it's about control. Sometimes you need less of that and more explosion, more adventure. And we don't really do that anymore. And I think Arteta has coached it out of them to an extent. Because if you look at Timber at Ajax, same thing. He used to drive the ball, create even from right back, from centre midfield, wherever he played in Ajax, he was aggressive. Rice, same thing as West Ham, but now he's more controlled. Calafiori, he's not even playing right now, so I can't even, make the same case for him. But Arteta is trying to control. So it's more of Arteta's philosophy. He doesn't like it doesn't utilize players with that spark of creativity and wanting to like do things on their own terms. He wants them to play within the system, and sometimes that can stifle creativity, can stifle invention. So I feel like that's Ateta's part that he has to play. He has to be more flexible with his tactics in that regard. But then also there's some things that you can't really put on the coach, like execution. Because Ateta coached the win today. We had the chances, we created, but we just didn't score. So I don't really think I can put this particular loss on Ateta. But going forward, like I said, we don't progress the ball fast enough. Even when we win the ball like high up the pitch, we're not Liverpool. We can't quickly play two passes and go in behind the other team. And I noticed that like it's been a common trend within the past 2 seasons. So that's something he can work on. And also we need signings. I think that's obvious. We need an attacking
Signings again. What do you need?
A winger. Because Martinelli and Trossard have been off it this season. Martinelli was good today, by the way. Martinelli was good today, but he didn't score. We need someone to replace Saka. We had Ethan Waneri for that. He also injured, so that's just our luck, I guess. But now we have two of our wingers out, and the only wingers we have are all left wingers. So we need a winger, and of course we need a striker because Gabriel Jesus is an on and off kind of player. Havertz, false nine, midfielder, whatever it is, he's not a striker. We need a striker.
Okay, so what are your final thoughts before we go? Final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Well, Newcastle, they played the game of football today. They came to score goals, and goals win you games. They have a better attack, and they showed that today. We don't have an attack without Saka, and we didn't make our chances count. So that's the thing. At the end of the day, football is about who scores more goals than the other team. And Newcastle beat us today. What deserve doing for them?
All right, Terence, thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you after our next game.
Right. I hope we win that one. Thank you.
I hope so.